Hi everyone and welcome to the midweek Wednesday shave. Hope you're all having a good week so far, and we can't complain at the weather we've been having in North Wales. Clear skies and absolutely lovely heat, like a summer's day. Honestly, fantastic. I hope we're not going to pay for it later on. Right, a new shaving soap again. Shaving cream I bought and been wanting to try this for a while, and it is Simpsons naturally vitalising Simpsons male grooming since 1919 citrus burst luxury shaving cream. Tin, lovely tin, and comes like that. Oh, it smells, you can smell, first off the bat, when I open the tin, it smells very, to me, there is a citrusy smell, but it's very flowery, rosy, like a rose smell. But that's me personally. So I'm using the Omega Badger brush, and I've started to create with just a couple of fingers into the cream and then transferred it to the bowl. Added water from the brush which has been soaking, shook it out, and then come to this peaked. See that peaking? Right, I've come out the shower, but I've wet my face again, and the razor we're going to be using today is a Parker. I thought I'd give the Parker a run out, and that's a Parker 96R. Quite a heavyweight. It's a non-adjustable razor, and it's butterfly opening, TTO, twist to open. I'll get it right in a minute. I got so many razors, it's unbelievable. And inside I'm using a second-hand or pre-used blade, Derby Extra blade. I've only used it once, so nothing wrong with that. I've cleaned it and put it in. Non-adjustable. Not an aggressive, very standard razor. Any overhang, slight overhang to be wary of on each side, but good grip, good weight, and a good size. So, and these razors only, retail for about £20, and for that, oh, now I can smell it. Yeah, you can, oh, it's lovely, luxurious cream. Might be a bit pasty, a bit thick for some people, but I like it like that. Gives me good protection. And yeah, they're a good razor for the price. Look at that. Like art text in a roof. Or ceiling, I should say. Remember Artex? 80s, wasn't it, I think? Right. Off we go, rinse the razor, and on to the first pass. Yeah, very standard. Not aggressive, and certainly not the mildest in one of the just right brigade. You may hear a bit of noise because I've got the window open, because it's been just such fantastic weather. Good protection, good slickness during the shave. Very thick. No pressure. And it's doing its job. I can smell it's not as citrusy as what I like. But you can definitely smell a citrusy zing, if you like. But personally, It's more flowery, more like a rose. If you crushed rose leaves, petals up, that smell rose. But that could be just me. But as a shaving cream, it's very thick and luxurious and does the job very well. Yeah, very well. That's nice. There's not much slickness after. It's quite dry after the pass. But me creating it quite thick has that effect as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of water to the brush. I'm just going to water it down a bit, just to test it. And this is the thing when you're shaving, people tend to not panic, but they're worried about oh, now it's there is a citrusy zest there. There is a lovely scent to it, but for me personally, there we go. It's more sort of rosy. Look at that. Perfection, that is. It's more sort of a rosy, flowery scent. See? Beautiful cream. Does the job well. I quite like this sort of a hint of zest, and then like a rose flowery smell. It's lovely. But as I say, you might be thinking, what the hell are you going on about roses? Nothing like a rose. People's senses give you different answers, really, to the brain. But that's what it comes across to me. Very, very pleasant. We'll see now, across the growth now, second pass. So I hope you all had a nice Easter. Or weekend, if you don't celebrate Easter. And again, no pressure. You pay for the razor, or if you're lucky like me, you get given a lot of razors. But let's say you pay for a razor and the blade, so let it do the work. That's the best motto to remember. So just guide it and glide it. Otherwise it's like having a dog and barking yourself. Right, across the growth now. I know I talk rubbish, but hopefully you know what I mean. I laugh at myself, me, you know. I'm going to be carted off one of these days. There'll be a law one day, you won't be able to laugh in this world. God, blimey. Right, double chin. No, it's not a bad slickness that time. I think it's just because I had the first layer. The first pass was quite thick and pasty, which I quite like, but it leaves it really dry after. Well, I never sniffed it. Leaves it very dry, and then I added a bit more water, which is slightly better, and there was a good slickness after the pass. So it's simple, really. If you want to go over any area, once you've cleared the soap off your face when you've shaved, and you've got a few patches, you either reapply a bit of lather, or do as I do sometimes, just wet my fingers and wet the face, and that gives another good glide right against the growth. Now last pass, or really against for me, is that way, here. That's about there, and then Derby used once blade, Derby Extra, performing lovely, and it should do, especially if you keep it clean and the razor you're putting it in is clean, not clogged up and left from last time. Like the old saying, isn't it? You know, if you look after your tools, they should look after you. Hopefully. Tools of precision and engineering. That's lovely. Yeah, it does leave. See now, if I wanted to go over my chin again, I just wet it. And that gives you enough slickness just to go lightly, like that. With no issue, and then you're not wasting lather. Not that you're wasting it, but... Right, against the growth, but I start off and gradually turn the razor like that. It's not as painful. Certainly doing this job, as you can hear. Wow, yeah. Lovely. Oh yeah, a bit of pickups there. And if anybody was wondering, people who just come to this channel and subscribe, thanks very much. I very appreciate everybody. You know, it's amazing how it's gone. Pickups, what are known as pickups, are when you've done the 3 passes, you'll still sometimes feel a bit of a patch where you think, oh, that's a bit, you know, missed a bit there. So either re-wet your face or re-lather it, and then just, you know, for me, I get a bit here and there. So what I do is, if you listen now, there's nothing on some bits, and then you'll hear. Hear it? So that's picking up on the bits I've missed. That's being fussy, really, if you want that really smooth finish. That's what I like to hear. There we go. That's lovely. This is really nitpicking. But if you do that, you'll save a lot of money on your shirt collars as well. Right, I'll just rinse off. It's a very nice, it's a very nice pleasant scent. The Simpsons Citrus Burst, but it's not as citrusy as I like it. But maybe I've been spoilt, you know, with some of the creams I use are really sort of. But you can smell the citrus. But to my personal taste, I can smell flowery, rosy smell more so than the citrus. But it is there, and it's a very pleasant scent soap. It's not. It's something I would buy again. Comes in a lovely tin, and performed fantastically. Gave a good coverage, lovely, thick, creamy. And as you've seen during the shave, I added more water. There's no laws to it. Play about. You know, there's no sort of. If you make it too watery, add more soap. If it's too thick, add more water. It's just, and then you'll reach, or you'll find a consistency which works for you and you're happy with. And I like it when it peaks for me, and it's thick, creamy, good coverage, good protection. And as you can see, it's done the job. So that's it. Now I'm going to use a cologne I've used before, and that's the Alpa Eau de Cologne. Kolinska Vodka Classique. Classic. The Alpa Eau de Cologne Classic. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Very refreshing. Have a smell of that. Very refreshing. Tingle. Tingle, tingle. Oh, that's nice. I like not using stuff for a while, and then you really get to enjoy it. That is nice. Nice fresh smell. And then to put the protection, I'm using the original Astral All Over Moisturiser. Just a bit of a, quite important this. I was just thinking now, if my father was here, he would say, and I seen you doing this with a cream, he'd say, yeah, you tart. You bloody fairy. You girl. But times have changed and you've got to look after yourself. Oh, that's lovely that. Not overpowering, just a slight scent to the Astral, but a very pleasant one. So just to recap everything, using the Parker 96R with a black handle, diamond grip, if you can see it, I'm not sure if it'll pick up. Good grip, good weight, and it's a twist to open, so you hold this ring piece here and twist the handle, and twist to open, butterfly opening, barn doors, whatever, there's a few names for it. And I'm using the Derby extra blade, so that's been used twice now. Performed great. And I'll clean that again and use it 3 or 4 times. Then I lathered up using my Omega Badger brush. Performs lovely every time. Don't need a sort of stiff knot or stiff brush for shaving creams really. And using the Simpsons, what's it called? Naturally Vitalising Simpsons Citrus Burst Luxury Shaving Cream. And it is luxury. It's a lovely Taylor Old Bond Street texture, as most of them are. Very good quality, and came up to a lovely lather, thick, creamy, good protection during the shave. If you're worried about slickness after you've passed, as I said, the blade, just add water or add a bit more. And that's the end result. That's what you want, the end result. Clean shave, no irritation, no nicks and cuts, thankfully. But that wouldn't be the soap's fault. That'd be my fault. And then I rinsed off with water and added Alpa Eau de Cologne Classique. That was sent to me, that. So I can't tell you where that was bought actually, but you certainly can't buy it here in the shops. Online, yes, probably. And it's a lovely fresh scent. And then added the Astral Moisture Cream, and that's put all the glossiness back in the skin and protection and last and last and last. And that is it. I shall keep you no more, and I shall see you next now, end of the week again for Sunday shave. So have a great week. Thanks again to everyone, and I'll see you Sunday for Sunday shave.